up, you beautiful nerds? The one and only Uncle Black coming to you. The Uncle Black Show. Finally figured out the name. The Uncle Black Show. That's right. Representing entertainment nerd, entertainment nerd, entertainment nerd. Tell me this shit ain't over. I could go on for a while with this one. All right. All right. Welcome to the Uncle Black Show. I'm the one and only Uncle Black, and this is episode number 5. How you guys doing? Recording this really late or early, as you want to say. It's hot, but I love this weather. Boy, oh boy, what a week of content. I wish this was the regular show week, but it's not. Man, we're just gonna have to jump right into this, and we'll talk more later. But first, I want to big up the friends of the show. Links are in the description. Hit them all up. Crafting Diosa's coming up big. Odds and ends by Kiki. Just check them all out. That's all I'm saying. While you're at it, check out our affiliate links. Links are down there in the description. Check it out after the show. But yeah, pause it. Nah, after the show. But as you know, it's that time of the show. Tweaked it a bit for you. Tweaked it. Yeah. It's my favorite time of the show. Let's hit it with Nerd Nauseous. That is just some grossness. Just some ill-fated grossness. See if we can move this around. All right, I guess we can. Saucy gloss. Saucy gloss. Goodbye, duck lips. Hello, wing lips. Applebee's has created a wing lip gloss for saucy flavors. Saucy gloss is the name. And if you like the Applebee's wings, these are made in their honor. They're hard to find. I just don't know if they, I wish that they came in 3 different, like, mild, medium, hot, blow your mind off. The blow your mind off would be for certain activities, in my opinion. Oh my God! If you are out there and you get a chance to get these, let us know. They teamed up with Winky Lux. This is a limited edition collection of 4 lip glosses inspired by Applebee's chicken wing sauces. So maybe we will get all those hot flavors. You can check them all out. WhiskeyLux.com. Buy each one for $18 or a 4-piece combo for $65. God damn it, I want to taste those. Guess I know what someone's getting. You guys let me know. Let me know what you think. Next up, Monster breakfast. All right, so we know every year around fall we get we get the frankenberry, we get the blueberries, we get the dingleberries, the fruity yum yum, and Count Chocula, of course. Well, it looks like Fruit is joining the lineup. Um, so Fruit is returning this fall alongside classic monster cereals. I'm not a cereal person, but I'm kind of excited. Um, I, maybe I'll buy a box just to hang on to it because you just never, ever know how it is with these things. Oh, I don't like that view. I don't like that view. I like that view. There we go. We're gonna stick it with that one. What about this one? Nope. Bye. All right, we're gonna stick it out with that one. So yeah, check out your Fruit at your local grocery store. We're gonna fly today through the news, but make sure you hit us up. You like, subscribe, hit that notification bell on all our socials like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. Check us out. If you don't follow us, then we're gonna be sad, and maybe we won't do this anymore. Yeah, we still will. We're not quitters. Some people are, like when they play the Little Mermaid. All right. Next up on the agenda, it's the return of the spice. Now, you should know by now, I don't care for spicy crap. Well, not spicy crap, but pumpkin spice crap. But the ill-famed pumpkin spice Oreo cookies are making a comeback. Last time they were available was in 2017. I honestly don't give a crap. They should have just stayed dead. My opinion. Let us know what you think. Next up, this has me kind of excited. I'm a wing person myself. Woo! Wings. Ric Flair launches Woo! Wings in 6 U.S. cities. Ric Flair and Kitchen Data Systems announced back in June that they would be opening up a chicken wing restaurant themed after the Nature Boy Ric Flair called Woo Wings. The first location was set up during the StarCast 5 convention this past weekend. And this is according to comicbook.com. And we're going to get 6 locations, which are now open in LA, Nashville, San Antonio, Huntsville, Tuscaloosa, and Jacksonville. You can order them today through Uber Eats. I wonder if they would drive from Huntsville or actually, it would have to be from Nashville. I wonder if I could get some wings from there through Uber Eats. That's going to be expensive. Highly expensive. So if anybody's in one of those states and wants to, in one of those cities and wants to send us some Woo Wings, please, oh please let us know. I would love to try Woo Wings. Nature Boy Ric Flair. Styling and profiling with his own chicken wings. All right. And similar to the way the pumpkin spice Oreo cookies left us and came back, I'll be back. According to Klondike, which is from NBC Connecticut, Klondike has responded to the outraged fans, and they're saying that the Choco Taco could be back in the coming years. And this was based off of a tweet on Twitter, off of their official account. And I quote, "We know this is disappointing. We've heard our fans, and we're hoping to bring back this favorite treat back to ice cream trucks in the coming years." I don't know, folks. I don't know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't. If there's such an outcry for them, then what was the reason to get rid of them? Maybe supply chain problems, just the overall expense to make them. I definitely would love to know this next story. And I would say I am one of the world's self-proclaimed best popcorn connoisseurs. Fiddle Faddle, Poppycock, Cracker Jacks. AMC Theaters is rolling out nationwide popcorn delivery service. My God. Like, okay, I make my own popcorn at home, but every now and then, don't you just want to order popcorn? I mean, I got an AMC theater fairly close to me, so I could just drive there and get it, and I have, and I've come back home. Um, but my God, this is fantastic. They're going to deliver this shit to us. They had test markets in Chicago, Kansas City. They partnered with Uber Eats for home delivery. Man, and their new kiosk encounters and stores will sell authentic AMC theater popcorn and other AMC theater snack items. Oh well, no, that's you're killing it because that we all know how much that extra stuff costs. I just want the popcorn. Like seriously, on a day that I'm not making my own popcorn, I would love to have some of their popcorn. So when I get the opportunity, we'll follow and come back around with that story when we get more news. Next up, gaming news for one story. Dead drop. All right, if you don't know who Dr. Disrespect is, he's a famous, well-known Twitch streamer who was banned for no reason or unknown reason back in 2020. He actually stated that he would be suing the platform because of the ban, but they resolved this dispute earlier this year. But he is a co-founder of a new game studio called Midnight Society. As per Otaku and Gaming Bible, you guys got to go on their website. Link it in the description to the story, but there is this dope ass game. Or actually, if you go to Okami Games 13, there's actually a trailer from the game called Dead Drop. It's a first-person shooter. And it's the world's first vertical extraction shooter. That has me excited because they're like elevators and shit like that you can take. And I'm excited because the interaction, like with actually getting the elevator, that gives you an extra layer of the game that you currently don't get with like Call of Duty, Battlefield. You don't get that with any of those. This looks legit. I will buy it when it comes out, and I can only imagine what a multiplayer on this game would be like, which would be phenomenal. Um, Maybe like a 4-on-4, 8-on-8. Not a battle royale because that's just ridiculous. But I think more like a domination, capture the flag, where you literally do have to rely on the elevators and getting from one level to another to like an extraction. So that would be highly interesting, and I would love to definitely see that. That has me really really excited. So more on when that releases. Thank you to Dynamite Halo for that story. Epic. That time of the show.
It's that time of the show.
Wash it down with 1 beer.
Where our hosts
2 beers.
Grab the latest local craft beer.
3 beers.
And give it a rating. It's time for Rate That Beer.
Well, it's a Saturday night, not a Friday afternoon. So it's Sunday morning, actually. It's 1:10 a.m. while I'm recording this Eastern Standard Time. But I thought I'd share what I had earlier this evening. Back East Brewing Company out of Bloomfield, Connecticut. This is called Tony's. Let me see if I can get rid of that glare. Yes, there we go. Tony's Last Dance. It's a double IPA with Citra and Galaxy hops. This thing was good. 8% alcohol. Back East delivers again. Thank you, Back East Brewing, for this phenomenal product. And I'm on to water. Thank you to Poland Spring for your wonderful water. I can live off of this. Anyway, I guess that's all we have for Rate That Beer. Since it's me by myself, we got to rate it. What would you say? I would say a 3.8. Yeah, 3.8 in my water as usual. I'd give it a 5. But let's get to nerds in the know before we get to show topic. Had to change that. We kept getting copyright claims on the last one. So, ghost busting yourself. Now, I'm gonna step back out of the picture and really let y'all see this. And let me get rid of that for you. So what this is, you can now buy a Ghostbusters themed casket inspired by Ecto 1. This is going to set you back a pretty penny. But it even has a picture of the Ghostbusters. Like, seriously. Sign me up. I really hope it has, like, the wailing sounds. This is made by Nashville Casket Sales. Casket was made last year to help with the theatrical release of Ghostbusters Afterlife. And it's an overall white design. It pays homage to the Cadillac Ecto 1, the No Ghost logo, the license plate, like, it even has, Proton Pack. Yeah, I had a thought in mind, and I'm not going to speak that into existence, but refer to episode 5 of Uncle Black's, the Uncle Black show, when it happens. You're going to want to come back here, episode 5, August 7th, 2022. Just putting it out there. That was a Black Stradamus prediction. And while I'm at it, rest in peace to Nichelle Nichols, founding pioneer in African American, pioneer in the TV industry, broke barriers and really just took off and made just her role as Uhura in Star Trek, and along with all the movies, really just she broke the barrier. She broke the glass ceiling, and it's a shame to lose her, as it is ever with to lose anyone. But rest in peace to her. Next story we have is, whoops, my bad. Let me change this look for you. Did I have it before? Oh, there we go. Whoops. People just can't keep their mouths shut. So, according to Moon Knight executive producer Mohammed Diab um, and star Oscar Isaac, they they appear to have confirmed season 2 of Moon Knight in a video posted by Diab's daughter. I'm not going to play it for you here, um, but she posted a video on TikTok that shows her father sitting next to the star. And in the video, she asked the question on everyone's mind whether or not the series will return for a second series, and they responded, "Well, why else would we be in Cairo?" Which is what Oscar Isaac responded before the footage ends. So we're getting a season 2 of Moon Knight just by one single question and answer. I guess that's no better way to announce it. They're better off than DC right now, so I don't guess, whatever. These are the days of our streams. So NBC Universal announced that the daytime soap opera Days of Our Lives will end its run on NBC and begin airing new episodes on Peacock in September. All right, well, that's cool. Let's hope the majority of the people that watch it will know how to get to the Peacock. Now, if you are a Comcast subscriber, then chances are you either have some type of their equipment, and you can just speak it into your Comcast voice remote and say Days of Our Lives, and you're set. What about those people that don't have that opportunity? That's going to suck. What about those people that don't have cable or internet? Oof. Oof. More on this as it evolves. That's all I got to say. More on that after it evolves. Seth Rogen has been busy, though. With our next story. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Finally officially have a name for Seth Rogen's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, and we actually have a release date. The name is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. It's going to be CG animated film, and it will be released one year from a few days ago, which was August 4th. It's going to be released on August 4th, 2023. It's CGI, so we'll see. One of their last CGI films was really, really good. So we'll see what we get with this. We shall see. Ninja Turtles normally don't disappoint with their shows and movies. So again, it's one of those things that we shall see, and hopefully we'll be able to do a review of it, one way or another. But this next one had me thinking about movie reviews. On the next Snyderverse Z. Now, folks, Zack Snyder has stated that he's open to directing a Dragon Ball Z movie for his next project. He was quoted, "I watch a ton of anime with my kid who's too young to watch, and with my kid who's too young to watch it." I mean, he loves anime, but let me unpack this for a bit. Actually, That might be good. Let him film a Dragon Ball Z. Maybe some way, somehow, we'll get a Snyderverse Superman versus a Snyderverse Goku. Maybe, if he's allowed. I doubt it, but I mean, he did. He's done some pretty decent movies, so yeah, I could see it as long as he sticks to canon. Um, and he's gonna have to do it right. You know what? In my opinion, you could skip. He could skip the Raditz saga and the Saiyan saga and go right to the Cell saga and put everything else by means of short flashback. And that way you don't have to give us a full. That way you don't have to give us three movies and spend. Yeah, this movie could be 3 hours, but this way you don't have to give us three different movies just to get to the Frieza saga. Jump to the action and give us everything else at the flashback. Show us, start the movie with Goku on Snake Road, coming back from King Kai's. That's where I would start the movie. Over the flashback of Goku dying. Now, you start the film with flashbacks showing different scenes that have occurred throughout the years. Raditz, Nappa, the Cybermen, uh, Vegeta, Vegeta going with Zaru, that whole shit right there. And then, King Kai, and then we hear the footsteps. Him running there. And we're on Namek. And you could probably make a 1.5, 2 hour movie out of everything else. Zack Snyder, if you need a consultant, please, please reach out to me. I got some ideas. Damn, I don't have my own handle. Tag us, Entertainment Nerd News. So if anyone watches this out in the Snyderverse, please tag Zack Snyder. I would love for him to hear this suggestion. You know what? I might even put it at him when it hits Twitter. That would be interesting. I think I got it. Now we just need to get everybody else on board. All right. Enough of that. We're now into show topic. I guess I could take my name off. Yeah, you guys all know who I am, right? Can I take my name off? I don't know. All right, I won't worry about it. So, I don't even have labels for this. It's just been a crazy week over at Warner Brothers. If you have not checked out the full earnings call, I would suggest that you do. We'll put a link to our Google Drive where we have it stored. I was able to get it. And if you really want to watch the earnings call from DC or Warner Brothers Discovery, as they're now known, it's pretty interesting. one of the main call outs that I'm going to say that came from this is that they are putting a heavy emphasis on DC being its own studio, real own studio, operated as a studio, you know, like New Line and anything under Warner Brothers, which is really exciting because that means you're giving a dedication to this, unlike what's happened in the past with Warner Brothers and similar to with what's happened with the Snyderverse, where AT&T or Warner Brothers interfered and we get this mayhem. So it's pretty interesting. But it all started actually on our last show, which was last week, where we mentioned that Ben Affleck was appearing in Aquaman 2. He's actually replacing um, Michael Keaton. Um, as the Dark Knight. And so Michael Keaton was supposed to be replacing Ben Affleck as the main Batman for the shared DC extended universe. But Momoa confirmed that it would be the other way around. And Affleck's back. He needs support J-Lo. So they did a reshoot and we got Ben Affleck back as Cape Crusader. That's pretty interesting because that's just telling us that everything that we know or knew or thought is no more. So it's kind of interesting when that news leaked last week. But as the week progressed, it got stranger. Next thing we had was reports that The Flash was coming to an end with season 9 in 2023 with 13 episodes. So we're not even getting The Flash this fall. We're getting The Flash 2023 for 13 episodes. And yeah, I think we speculated why everything else was getting canceled off of CW, which is because, as we reported a couple of episodes ago, Warner Brothers is trying to sell off to CW. So why keep anything that's yours there if it's going to be dead on arrival? You want the new owners to really reshape it and not have to worry about licensing with DC. I'm going to say this. I don't think this is the last we will see of Grant Gustin. I hope. Um, it's only leaving Superman and Lois as the last really full DC show, and they separated themselves from the Arrowverse. So that show's going to go on its own. And will we see? Will this be similar to what Marvel did and bringing everything into Disney Plus, or what Disney did and brought their Marvel stuff that was on Netflix over to Disney Plus? Kind of putting everything under one house. But then that gets even stranger. And I will get to that more. Um, the week then proceeded. It gets better and better as the week goes on. And this was probably one of the biggest stories. Batgirl and Scoob were both canceled amid a cost-saving push. So ended up costing about rising to about $90 million because of COVID cost or COVID-19 protocols. And I guess CEO David Zaslav, in efforts to save costs, focusing Warner on other things, and branching DC in its own studio, decided to cut this and not release it. Not on HBO Max, nowhere. So this is going to be just Dead on Arrival, Dead Before Arrival, Dead on the Scene, um, similar to that Fantastic Four film of the 80s and 90s. 80s, I believe. Oh, by the way, Michael Keaton had a cameo in this. See where they're going. And so, in my thought, I had read somewhere that was also about the taxes that they would have to pay on the film, and by not releasing it, they don't have to pick up that debt. It could be a write-off. It's what I heard, which is somewhat right, especially if they don't. The big thing about it is they didn't have confidence in this movie. They didn't think that they would make their money back, and rather than releasing it like they've done in the past with other movies that were just total garbage, Catwoman, they chose not to release this movie. So maybe they did us all a favor. We're not going to be mad. Save Batgirl for another day. Have her in a Batman movie. Keep the same actors. But just, again, this shows us where the old management of DC was, that they weren't focusing on their Trinity. They were focusing on anything that would sounded cool and would get people in the theater. And I honestly, that's just wrong. Because once word gets out that your movie sucks, no one's going to watch it. So, as past week was progressing, Davis Zaslav was starting to me, in my opinion, seem more and more of a genius. Cut the fat of shit that's not going to really work out. I mean, it was to the point of where it then hit stuff on HBO Max. They canceled an animated series, despite the new season being completely finished, similar to Batwoman. And it was Little Ellen. So that was canceled. And then we had shit that was missing off of HBO Max, such as Mrs. Fletcher and Moonshot and more that are starting to disappear. Do you see where they're going with this? Super Intelligence, the remake of Witches, Seth Rogen's American Pickle, Lockdown, Charm City Kings, all gone. Poof, bam, goodbye. Why? Because then we had the investor call, and that's where shit got interesting. That's where shit really got interesting and got crazy. And we received our answers. Really, there was a lot of speculation that went into this before, but we finally, with that investors call, we got the answers. He has a 10-year plan with DC, a dedicated 10-year plan. Now, in that 10-year plan, he stated that he wants quality over quantity. He even not quoted, but gave a head nod to Marvel and Kevin Feige, who he said gave him his inspiration. So based off of based off of that, I mean, it really just tells me that they're going in a direction of where they really want to thrive. And here's and again, you got to go watch the whole video, which is going to be in the links in the description off of our Google Drive. But their business model is strong and diversified. They want to emphasize on theatrical, broadcast, streaming, pay TV, licensing, and video on demand. Which, all right, streaming. What first comes to mind? HBO Max and Discovery Plus, which we here at Entertainment Nerd News, we told you that it was going to be merged into one app. So you start removing stuff off of one app that just doesn't fall into your ecosystem. And based off of a slide that they had from the call, let me see if I can share that with you. Hold on. I'm not going to share the sound. I'm just going to share the screen. I want, and you know what? I'm going to keep this up for the duration. Let's see if I can. There we go. Can you guys see that, or you guys want full screen? We do that. All right. So you might have to go full screen on this, but based off this one screen we have, this is how they broke it down. HBO Max has a male skew, more scripted stuff, lean in, and appointment viewing, and home of fandoms. We know what that means. Where Discovery Plus is female skewed, unscripted, lean back, and comfort viewing, home of the genre dumps. All right. So I know where you're going with this. But just wait, there's more. Damn. All right. So this is another good screen as I fast forward. So they're really touting their own horn, and under WBD, they do have things like HBO. There we go. There's a better view for you guys. They have HBO, they have Discovery, CNN, HGTV, Cartoon Network, DC, and Looney Tunes. Some of their brands. But let's look at the franchises. And we have, of course, they started off with DC, Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, Shark Week, which, yeah, we all know everybody watches Shark Week. But let's not forget Game of Thrones and the 90-Day Fiance universe. Can we get a Zack Snyder version of the 90-Day Fiance universe? Get some Zack Snyder to film the unscripted. That'd be epic. I'd be down for that. And then, of course, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So we're going to get a combo of HBO Max and Discovery Plus. They didn't name it or anything like that, but it's probably going to be like Discovery Max Plus or HBO Discovery Max Plus or Warner Brothers Discovery Plus. That just calls it out right there. Warner Brothers Discovery WBD Plus. There you go. Nice and easy. Pay me because I thought of it first. Copyrighted. Warner Brothers Discovery Plus. So really, we get a good view of what they're talking about, and here's some of the stuff and some of the screenshots, and they really want to bring everything into one, like Shark Week with The Rock. Well, there's your Black Adams. So their whole point is they want one single global brand, customer experience, quality first, common tech, best of both platforms. Probably just I haven't used Discovery Plus, but HBO Max is it's rough to use. Scalable partner integrations, modular capabilities, on demand and live, ad free, ad light, ad only options, multi tier, sports and transactional. So we're really gonna see a lot of this, and then this is the rollout. U.S. summer 2023, Latin America fall of 2023, Europe early 2024, Asian Pacific Islands 20 mid 2024, and then new markets fall of 2024. I don't know what new markets would be, but you know, while I'm scrolling through here, blah 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 blah. Oh, gaming and licensing revenue. So, some more blah 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 blahs. You know, but this just for us nerds, it really does have an end effect for us. I'm trying to see if we have any more through this. I don't think so. And let's reload the screen. No, I guess not. I guess that really was the end of the call. Let's see if we missed anything. But reason why I'm showing you all this, and I don't know if I really highlighted. Let's go back a bit. I don't think I really highlighted what I really wanted to call out, which is the whole DC part. And where that affects us. All right, we're getting there. Just a few slides. Oh, yeah, under brands, DC. So this was basically the first time that they've ever called out and said DC's a separate brand from anything else, which is where he said he had a 10-year plan for DC. So I'm excited, but I know that this comes with a major overhaul over at DC. So we're going to get a major overhaul. And another thing that he said is that they really want to put out, like I said before, quality content. So if they don't feel it's ready, they will not rush it, which is why Aquaman had reshoots. I believe Black Adam had reshoots. He has seen all those movies: Black Adam, Shazam, um, Aquaman 2, and he liked them. He even liked The Flash. I'm sure we're going to get reshoots for The Flash. I'm sure all these movies are going to have delays, but with reason. And if done right, it will be The Flash. Flashpoint, what happens? Everything's going to change, and that's your chance. And I've said this for God knows how long. This is their one opportunity to really, if they really want to set things right, Flashpoint's your way in or out, whichever way you want to look at it. So you could even say we end the film with Grant Gustin. Like, the movie ends with Ezra Miller. You go through the credits. We get some lightning ruffling. And here comes Grant Gustin as the Flash. And then you can even do the Marvel thing of Grant Gustin will return in XYZ, the next Flash or Justice League movie. I don't think we're going to do Snyderverse. I think they are going to go with something new. I don't know what that means for Blue Beetle. But what I'm hoping and what I'm hoping is that they keep in place who they have. Your Ben Affleck. You have your Dwayne Johnson. Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot. And you work off of that Henry Cavill as Man of Steel. It worked with them. It could continue the work. You must fire Ezra Miller and Amber Heard, which we think has happened, but hopefully we'll get more. If they're doing reshoots for Aquaman, you might as well cut her out. Bring in the Deep. But that's not where the week ended. You see, although he wants to emulate DC, we almost lost Walter Hamada, um, who threatened to quit. And after the cancellation of Batgirl, he was on the brink of quitting, and he's now committed to staying with the studio until at least the release of Black Adam. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, which is October 21st of 2023. Hamada was not told officially until he was at a test screening of Black Adam, and he was upset. Boy, was he mad. The fact, all right, it's kind of douchey the way they did it, where you should have called the staff all in together as one and really let them know, hey, we decided to go in a different way. But this, we also lost the Wonder Twins. Not a big loss. But where does that leave like a Justice League Dark? Where does that leave a Green Lantern movie and TV show? Good thing they haven't started. I'm worried about Titans. No, I'm not. You can kind of incorporate all this. A rebirth. Or Crisis. So you're gonna have to Flashpoint and then Crisis. Justice League. Crisis on Infinite Earths. That's and then a rebirth. So this way, if you wanted to have other actors, you could. But my thought is, you keep who you got. But on top of that, then you know that there's Joker 2 coming out, and they actually have a release date. Joker 2 has a release date of October 4th, 2024. I don't know how this movie is going to get affected by everything that's happened this week. Does this mean that Joaquin Phoenix is going to be the Joker of this new DC expanded universe? And this is the problem where you have all these different overlaps of characters, because Warner Brothers just didn't give a fuck and was green lighting the shit out of anything that would make them money related to Batman. So where does that leave also? Well, before I even jump to the next one, then it was reported and confirmed that Lady Gaga, who has mystery powers and was able to stop something from hitting her at a concert, she's starting in Joker. She's starring. And last we knew, she was going to be playing the role of Harleen Quinzel. So my thought is it's going to take place in Arkham. And it's going to be the fall and rise of Harleen Quinzel into Harley Quinn. But what does that mean also for Suicide Squad? And this is why I'm actually glad that there's a 10-year plan, because we won't have this shit happening ever again. One control, one ring to rule them all, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I am glad, because then I don't have to defend DC yet again for their crappy business model of how we're just going to run Batman to the ground. Fuck Wonder Woman, fuck Superman, fuck Green Lantern. It's all about Batman. And they were so wrong of always putting all their eggs in the basket with one man. Yes, he's the most relatable one of everybody in the DC universe, most likely. But sometimes he's not the most entertaining, and sometimes we want something other than Batman. But so many times of how many times we see the Joker and Mr. Freeze and Scarecrow and the Riddler. And you're not giving us stuff like Clayface, the Mad Hatter. The list could go on of other Batman villains, but to really wrap this up, I'm even though the cookie was crumbling this week, a phoenix has risen from the ashes, and I think with the consolidation of HBO Max and Discovery Plus and Warner Brothers and DC becoming its own studio, if Walter Hamada is smart enough, he'll stick around. No, you know what? Just at this point, yeah, you do. You need someone that's going to control both DC Studios and comics, so that one hand watches everything, one set of hands approves everything, so that you're in unison. Now, what happens in comics doesn't have to literally mirror movies and media, but it would make sense if someone who was familiar with both could say, hey, we can inject this person because they would make sense if they have knowledge of what's going on in the books. So that's where I'm kind of leaning towards Walter Hamada staying. I honestly, it would have to be co-led, in my opinion. Someone that knows the movie business, someone that knows the comic book business, and really try to stay more true to form to what DC has to offer. Don't totally do what Marvel did and change things around, and we're still waiting for Adam Warlock. But that's really all that I have this week. Please, if you enjoyed this, we really would love the support. Again, remember to share, like, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for when we go live. We rely on the fans. So even though this is not live when it's going to be coming to you, we want you to interact. You never know, one of us might be watching. But hit that notification, share with a friend. We got some good stuff coming up in maybe a few weeks. I think we hinted at it last week, but I'm not going to be here next week. So for the live show next week, I will be in Boston for Boston Fan Expo. I will try to come on live while I'm actually there. Maybe get content or something like that. Maybe, oh my God, I got some ideas. I got to brush on them, but maybe, yeah, maybe if I could pull it off, I would love it. But I think that's it for tonight, today, this morning, whatever time you're watching. And as we always head off for the evening into the sunset of our pillows, from all of us to all of you, drink up, bitches. Thank you for watching the Uncle Black Show. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Conquering the spirit, I'm lost See you